Welcome back to Black Hat Model Cars. Sorry that I missed you last week. I wasn't feeling quite up to par. I had some pain that I couldn't explain, and kind of subsided. I went to the doctor today, and he said there's nothing going on. Must have just pulled a muscle or something. But boy, at my age, when I get a pain like that, I kind of worry about it a little. Anyway, I wasn't really feeling good last week. I just kind of rested and relaxed, and got back to work today on my one-to-one Coupe de Ville that I painted, and I'm now trying to get it back together. That's going pretty well. I hung stripes and side molding on it. Right at the last minute after I got done with everything, I was putting tools away and put a pretty good cut in my finger. So that hurts a little bit, but I guess I'm going to survive. I'm going to be okay. So why don't we just get right to it? Okay, what I got tonight is a few 40 Fords. I got a coupe, a convertible, and a sedan. The coupe and the sedan are AMT kits. The convertible is a Revell. I know that there's four-door sedans out there. They were made in resin some years ago. I do not have one of those. And I did, and Revell, monogram I guess it was at the time, had a pickup, which was 1/24th scale. I don't do 1/24th scale. And I'll tell you the exact reason. That is because I display all my models in one place, and I don't like having that size discrepancy. I guess I'm just picky that way. So anyway, I got these three here, and I do have another one that I haven't built, a Revell 40 Ford Coupe Street Rod. I haven't built that one yet. This one you're looking at, this tan car, is the only one in my collection that I built as a done kit. I've had it long enough now. I have absolutely no idea where it came from. I'm certain it was off eBay, but I do not know who built it. It looks as though it was done as the box art, painted the color of the box art. If I remember, AMT did do that kit with that color body on it. It's pretty much stone stock, the way it's built. Except I guess maybe the red wheels probably weren't factory. But the trim rings and the caps were. The guy that built it left the flathead in it. If I can get this hood open to hold it open. Put the flathead in it and single carb and all that. So it's a stock piece. He made it so it rolls. That goes in my classic car collector's warehouse as the 1940. Fill in the 1940 slot. So that's really not much to talk about. It is painted well. I don't know. I might have sanded it or not sanded it, but I might have buffed it and rubbed it and maybe hung the clear foil, the chrome foil on it. I think I did do that. But it came out looking pretty good. The next one is this 44 sedan, also an AMT. This one I did build. It's got whatever engine was not the flathead that came in the kit. I don't know if this particular one was the Chrysler engine or the Cadillac engine. I think AMT made some of their kits with one or the other, and I don't remember which engine is in here. Probably should have looked at it before I put it on the turntable. But it's red, so it's probably the Chrysler engine now that I look at it. You can see it's got the Blonies decals off the 37 Ford panel. Because what I'm going to do is have two shop trucks for the same company. I'm going to put the 37, I'm going to paint it maroon or dark red on the bottom. And being that it's bubblegum, which is probably pink, I'm going to have pink trim. Now, it's probably not going to be painted just like this. This was supposed to look like the paint was torn. Like the line between them was like we tore the paper off as the masking. That's what the blue is in there. But the other one is going to be maroon and pink, I think. Maybe more pink than anything else because, again, it's bubblegum. And I don't know if I was alive when Bloney was selling gum or not. I'm not sure, so I don't know that the gum was pink. Most everybody else's is, so I kind of assumed that one was. But you can see the decals that came off that kit. The wheel coverage came with this 40 sedan. Everything else pretty much came with it. So it's box stock, if you will, except for the decals. The paint, if you remember back a couple of videos ago, this is that sublime green from Chrysler with the pearl in it. In the last couple of coats, they put pearl on it, and then they cleared the car. I think I'm going to pick this up and look at it closer. The top, the white might also be pearl on this one. No, I think the top is just a pure white. Yeah, there's no pearl in that. It's something I might have done. I did a few pearl jobs back when I painted this. I was putting some pearl in some other stuff, and I thought I'd done this one too. But it's pretty much stock. This kit's been out, oh man, forever. I remember building one back when I was about 20 years old or younger, and then I also built one 30 years ago. They're both gone. I don't know where they went, but they're gone. But this one might be possibly 10 years old, 10-year-old build. I'm not sure. I've displayed it a couple times in shows, just because it's a little bit different. But so that's the second one. The third one is Revell's kit. Now, when you look at this, you're going to go, what in the world is happening with that car? And that's where I'm going to need your help, because I don't know what in the world's happening with this car. The back of it is raked something terrible. We'll get to that in a second. Obviously, the body is plum crazy, Chrysler plum crazy purple. The interior is lavender. I'm guessing, if I remember, the wheels came in the kit. I bought this kit as a used kit, an open box. I'm not sure if it was started when I got it or not. So when we get talking about this rake, maybe that's going to tell me something. I'm going to ask for your help. But it's that plum crazy, lavender interior, which maybe on the camera looks a little light, but it's lavender interior. Steering wheel, street rod steering wheel and all. The frame on the bottom is lavender also. You see the Hush thrushes or whatever the mufflers are. But here's where I'm going to ask for your help. Maybe I can bump this thing up. Yeah, then we get a little closer. So it sits high in the back. Now, everything is in there the way it's supposed to be. You see the coilovers on the axle? They're attached to the frame at the bottom and to the shock support brackets at the wheels on both sides. If I took those out, I could tuck that axle up into the body a little further. And that would set the back end of the car down. I've showed this to a couple other guys, and they didn't know what was going on either, why it sits so high like that. I don't like to take those shocks out. The car would be not complete without the shocks, without, the coilovers. It would have no other springs under it. But that's the only thing I can think of to sit that car down in where it's supposed to be. Now you see, if I get my little pointer here, the sway bar right here is just misses the frame. And it looks like if I were to set the axle down, the sway bar might bump up against the bottom of the car. I'm not sure. This is driving me nuts, to tell you the truth. Because the rest of the car came out real good. I mean, the paint is real nice. The interior has a nice satiny look to it. Obviously, the hood belongs on it, but I probably could have foiled the molding on the side, but I left it like that as a street rod. But that rake is, I don't know, there's something wrong there. And boy, if somebody spotted something that I didn't, drop a message in the description box down there, and I'd love to fix this thing. And probably, if I don't hear something, I'm going to take the shocks out and set it down anyway, because then it would look right. This tire should be up inside that fender well, and I just can't figure it out. But so there's 340 Fords. Like I say, I've got the Revell version of this car in a coupe. And I'm sure hoping that when I get to that one, it doesn't do the same thing in the back. So I don't know if it was a Revell thing or if it's something I did, or as I alluded to a couple minutes ago, maybe somebody did start this car before me and something is, who knows, maybe something's upside down in there. I don't know. To give it that horrible rake. I like the way the front sits. Back's just too high. But the 40 Ford's probably, what? Third most popular street rod behind the 32 Ford and maybe the Willys Coupe. It seems as though they've been out for a long time as street rods. They were also used in circle track racing and all that. There was a lot of 40 Fords out there. I'm not sure what the productions were, but I think they had a very good year that year. The 39 had the waterfall grill. They changed it in 40. They had a deluxe and they had a standard, a little bit different in the grill area. But this deluxe model seemed to really take off as a street rod. So you've seen a lot of them out there. But that's what I've got for tonight. And again, if you saw something in that suspension that I've missed, I know it was tough with the camera the way it is. If you saw something in there you think I should do other than taking those coilovers out to lower that back end down, drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And that's what this thing's all about. That's what this community is about. Why we have channels to help each other. I think that's it for tonight. I thank you for tuning in. And have a good week. See you again next week. Bye.